Hey, just got to tell you, you might be 100% wrong about what you think somebody else is thinking. I had a coaching client. I'm so proud of her. She has slowly been gaining some weight due to moving in with her boyfriend, and her eating habits had changed. She went to eating more snacks in the evening because he brought them to her. She didn't want him to feel alone and like, he was eating by himself. She didn't want to keep telling him no because she was afraid she was going to hurt his feelings. All of this was going on in her head. It wasn't the reality. But she had a lot of story built up around this. We talk about story, we talk about drama that we create in our own head. So in her head, every time he brought her a snack or a treat, I said no to the last one. I probably should say yes to this one because I don't want to hurt his feelings. Or, I don't want to have him every night feel like he has to sit here and eat by himself. So I'll eat with him. All of these are stories, not the reality. So finally, she got tired. She got sick and tired of being sick and tired. She sat down and had a conversation with him and said, hey, look, we've been living together now for 6 months. My weight has been increasing. I'm really struggling with this late night eating and stuff like this. And I really want to stop. I just want to talk to you about it. And it was amazing. He said to her, one of the things that attracted me to you, and one of the things I really loved when we were dating before we moved in, was when I would offer you food and you would say, oh no, sorry, that doesn't fit into my budget. And her mind was blown. Here, this whole time, she had a story in her head about how he would feel alone if she didn't eat with him, how he would feel rejected if she didn't take what he brought for her. And truthfully, one of the things during their dating time before moving in together that he valued, that he thought was attractive, was her ability to take care of herself. He actually said that to her. And she just said, she said, so this whole week, she says, my eating has been effortless. She says, I don't even mind saying no now because I see that he values that in me. But for 6 months, she was struggling with his story inside of her head. She didn't want to talk to him about it. She didn't want to have this conversation. But the whole time, the story, the belief around the food, the belief around what he was thinking and feeling was 100% wrong. How often do we do that to ourselves? How often do we think we know what someone else wants, believes, or thinks about us or the situation, but we're 100% wrong? And we need to have this conversation because here she was doing harm to herself, her mission, her goal, what she really, really wanted for herself, all because she had a story about what he would think or feel or how he would see her if she didn't. And now the truth is, it was very nice of him to open up and share all that with her. And it was actually super helpful for her. But in all fairness, you're probably not going to have a conversation like that with everybody in your life. You're not going to sit down with your great aunt and your grandma, and you're not going to decipher all this. So I share this story with you to highlight the fact that the things you think others are thinking about you, or the ideas that are going on in their head about you, could be 100% wrong. And even if they aren't, even if they're 100% correct, it's still your life. You get to choose the story you want to put on in your head. So right now, let's just say you have a grandma who's pushy with food, right? You go to her house, she pushes food on you. It could be, my grandma's pushy with food. If I don't eat these seconds, she's going to feel really upset. And what you could turn that around to say is, my grandmother loves me so much. She shares her love through her food. You know what I could do? I could go to her house prepared. I could have a Tupperware container. I could beat her to the chase and ask her for her extras and leftovers so I can take them home, just so that way I let her know how much I value her. But I don't actually have to eat it. Like at the end of the day, eating the food, not eating the food, isn't what she's looking for. I could do this as a gesture of love for her, because I know she's probably never going to understand necessarily what I'm trying to do, but I'm just going to honor myself, but I'm also going to show her love and thoughtfulness. Why can't we do that? Why do we have to feel a sense of it's got to be this way? She needs to understand and respect me. No, she doesn't. You don't know what's going on in her head, how she views the world. He views the world. Your job is to take care of yourself, to figure how to get in and get out the best you can while doing what's going to honor you, while showing enough respect for those people around you, right? That's all you have to do. This could have been resolved with the boyfriend months ago had she just started saying, hey, it's not in my budget. I love you. Thank you for thinking of me. It was super kind of you to bring me an extra whatever it was, but this really isn't in my budget. She could have done that the whole time. We are not having to change who we are. Those that love you will love you no matter what. They will love you if you're taking care of yourself. They're going to love you if you're doing what's in your best interest. That's a real relationship. If someone has to control what literally goes into your mouth, that is not a good relationship. And you really want to stop and think about that truthfully if that's what you're in. So I just want to share this with you because, again, my client was really struggling with this, and I know a lot of people do. I hear from a lot of wives, my hubby always brings a snack to the TV. What am I supposed to do? Say, it's not in my budget. Say, no, thank you. It's not in my budget. You take care of yourself, and you explain to hubby, I love you so much. You know what would be really awesome? If you could bring me a really nice drink, some water with lemon in it, or if you could make me a cup of hot tea when you bring your snack. Because I'm really trying to honor taking care of my body. And we don't have to put that off on anyone else. We cannot make up a story about what they think or don't think about us. We can just be truthful. We can speak our needs. We can request what we actually want. And then we can let those that love us show us the love by just doing it, right? Bring me the cup of tea instead of the whatever, chips, popcorn, or whatever it is he's going to eat. You can request that. And that is empowering. I was super proud of my coaching client. I wanted to share this real world example of speaking for what you need, dismissing this idea that you actually know what's going on in somebody else's head, and that really at the end of the day, you can make up whatever story you want. All right, guys, you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.